All right, so we have the treble clef staff and notes, the bass clef staff and notes, and when we put them together, we come up with something called the grand staff and notes, okay? We've already talked about the grand staff, but now it's time to actually implement a bit of note identification with it. We learned that the treble clef staff is always every good boy does fine on the lines and F-A-C-E face in the spaces. Every good boy does fine on the lines, F-A-C-E face in the space. Always remember that and don't you forget it. You understand what I'm saying? Now with the bass clef, we learned that good boys do fine always. And all cows eat grass. G-B-D-F-A-A-C-E-G, that's the way that the bass clef should always sing. Okay? Now, with the grand staff, it combines both the treble and the bass clefs with a line and a brace, okay? This squiggly line right here is the brace, and this is the line. The line is basically like a bar line, but that's separate, that keeps the staff together, okay? The reason we're going to do some note identification, we're going to use this and we're going to constantly refer back to this time and time again, because as you can see with the grand staff, all the notes from the bass clef to the treble clef end up connecting. It goes G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Okay? So, musical alphabet we learned is A through G. There is no H, no I, no J, no K, no elemental P, no Q, no R, no S, no T, U, V, no W, X, no Y, and no Z. Just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G, B, D, F, E. Yeah, you know. Anyway, I just made a bunch of noise. Either way, that's the way it goes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The entire time. Okay, so as we refer to this, keep it here. If you need to take a screenshot, by all means take a screenshot. That way when we do our note identification, you're going to be able to understand exactly what's going on. Okay, so now, on to the notes. I want you to pay attention to something, okay? We are only operating with the treble clef at this moment, okay? All of these lines have a treble clef on it, including number 1. May be a bit difficult to see number 1 considering the fact that it's written in green and not black like the rest of the notes are. But I can promise you there is a treble clef there, okay? So, what's gonna happen is we are going to figure out what the name of each note that is presented here. Number 1 is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3, 3. 4, 4, 4, 4. So on and so forth, okay? So we're going to start with number 1. I'm going to fix some of these notes because they look a bit wonky, like this one. This looks a little wonky. And then I'm also fix this one. And anything else needs to be fixed? No, I'm satisfied. I'll do this one right here. Okay, so we'll also learned about legend lines as well. We're not going to see any legend lines on here, but we did see legend lines on the grand staff and note list. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1. What letter is on the 3rd line of the treble clef staff? Well, I know that the treble clef is every good boy does fine. So every good boy. That's 3. That means B is this note. What's on the first line? Every. That's E. What's on the second space? Every good boy does fine. On the lines, F-A-C-E face in the spaces. F-A-A. A is on the second space. All right, and we're back to the lines. Every good boy does. That's 4. Does. D. So the word that we spelled is B-E-A-D, and that spells bead. Okay. Let's try number 2. We know that the first space on the treble clef staff is F. What's on the second space? A. What's on the third space? C. And the fourth space? E. Every good boy does fine on the lines. F-A-C-E, face in the spaces. So this spells face. Okay? Is it getting easier now? Is it starting to make a bit more sense? Okay? When it comes to number 3, we got a note on the 4th line. Did we already figure out a note on the 4th line? This is what I love about music. If you've done it once, it's going to be the same no matter where you move it to. What note? Do we already have a note on the fourth line in the first one? Let's see. Right here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's on the fourth line. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's on the fourth line. That means this is D. Do we have a note in the fourth space? Absolutely. It's right here. That's E. Do we have a note in the second space? We got two of them. We got one right here. That says it was A. Let me check the other one. The second space still says it was A. We're in the second space still. A. Now this one is tricky, okay? Because it's not on a line. And it's in a space, but it's not in a space that we've heard of, okay? Now remember when we were talking about ledger lines, how there's a note that can sit above or below the staff? So there are notes that can sit below the staff. Now this one does not have a ledger line. If there was one below it, which would be C, it would be sitting on a ledger line. Now if I were to ask you what note is on the first line, you would tell me E. What letter comes before E in the musical alphabet? A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D. D comes before it. Is this correct? Can this be D? Indeed, it is. Okay? And this spells a word I'm not really a fan of, but it says dead. That spells dead. All right? I'm pretty sure you can do 4, 5, and 6 by yourself, but I'm going to run through them anyway. We've already figured out what's on the first line. Yes? Yes. E. What's up? We got another one of them. Did we do this one? Yes. What letter is that? D. Okay, now I got a different one. But it's on top of the staff. Is that D2? No. What letter is at the top of the staff? On the top line of the staff. Every good boy does fine. F is on the top of the staff. If when we got E, we had to figure out which letter came before E in the musical alphabet when doing the one that's below the staff. Do we do the one that's before or after the letter F when it's above the staff? After, right? So, every good boy does fine. What letter comes after F in the musical alphabet? G. So, here we go. Right, G. And again, first line, we did it already. This is E. And this word is edge. Edge was a wrestler. You can also be standing on the edge of a building, on the edge of a chair. Sit at the edge of your chair. I don't like how high it was. All right, number 5. G, A, G, E. Gauge. I have to relook up what that word means, but it's not the type of gauge that you're thinking of. It's kind of like putting something down as a security before something gets done. But I'll look it up again. G-A-G, gauge. Let me fix that. That looks a little wonky. All right, third space. Did we do one with a third space already? Yes. C. C. Second space. What's in the second space? I got A in the second space, and then another A in the second space, and then another A in the second space, and then there's an A in the second space right here. Boom. What's on the top line? Every good boy does fine. 5 lines. F is at the top. What's on the first line? Do we have one? Do we have a ha-ha? Ha-ha! Ha-ha! E. And that spells cafe, which is short for cafeteria. Some people say cafe, which might be coffee in another place. But we so far using music in the treble clef, we've spelled deed, face, dead, edge, gauge, and cafe. All right? We can't spell all the words because we don't have any letter after G in the musical alphabet. We just go right back to A. This is how you identify and you make sense of certain things, especially in the musical alphabet. And using grand staff notes, because some of these notes we wouldn't normally see if they weren't in the actual 5 lines or 4 spaces. Okay. All right. Let me know if you need anything else. We'll be moving on to our next lesson shortly. Have a good one.